Well, good evening, all, and welcome on this Friday Eve. It's lovely to have you all live and all who will rock. So I'm just going to post for later on when I do the card reading for the collective, the questions in the chat. So I'm just going to pop those in there. Hello, Karen. Hello, Helen. Thank you for joining. It's lovely to have you on live. So, is the sound all good? Just checking that technology is on my side. Just give me a bit of a thumbs up if you can hear me all okay. Fabulous. Okay. So, I've been guided to bring forth the energy of Morgana tonight. We are going to journey in through the mists of Avalon, and we are going to connect with our priest and priestess light. And this might be a reconnection, a remembrance. This might be a journey that you have done many times before. But yeah, this is the energy that is coming forward. So without further ado, let's drop into connection with each other. Hello, dearest Raphael. Hello, Mr. Goggle. I think you might be from Digital Soul Space. Lovely to have you here. So let's just drop into connection. Let's drop into the body, into the breath. As I invite you for this next hour into my sacred space, gently closing your eyes now, drawing your hands to the heart and feeling yourself arrive. Dropping deeper into the body now. Dropping deeper into the breath. Allowing your consciousness to alight at the portal, at the center of your heart space, the gateway to the other world, the gateway to the realms of light. Breathe and come into connection with this etheric archway. And when you are ready, stepping through into the mists, feeling the elemental forces spiral around your being, calling to the north, the sacred guardians of the earth, stepping close to hold us as we journey into the Summerlands. To the south, the guardians of holy fire, spiraling round our sacred circle, purifying and clearing any debris that we may have been carrying, holding our sacred vessels as we step into passionate purpose, as we open to ignite that which we wish to remember. To the west, the cosmic oceans, the celestial waters, the guardians of the sacred wells. Step close, flushing us clean, restoring our flow, sparking our creativity. And to the east, the sacred guardians of air, our heart light energy, the cosmic winds that blow through our lives, spiral into connection with our sacred form. From north to south, from east to west, above, below, heaven's rest, we call forth the priests and priestesses of the sacred Isle of Avalon that love all in this space unconditionally, the benevolent forces most aligned to guide us forth on our earthly path. Feel these etheric beings whisper in on the mists, connecting with you now, drawing you into a boat that lays tied at the shore. Allow yourself to be guided into this vessel, feeling the water lapping against the edges of the boat as your guide draws you deeper into the Isle of Avalon. Breathe into this realm. Come into connection with the guide that holds you close in this space. Journeying across the waters, through the mists, onto the Isle of the Blessed. As you alight on the shores, your guide beckons you forth, and you step onto the moistened earth. You see a pathway, a light before you, in the moonlight, spiraling up to the top of the tour. You follow your guide, knowing that you are somehow returning home to a lost part of your soul. Feeling your connection to this land, etheric pulse vibrating out, up through the soles of your feet, welcoming you home. As you feel yourself reach the summit, before you, a circle of stones, simple in form, but powerful in force. The circle of the priests and priestesses of Avalon presents before you, and your guide beckons you within, invites you to sit at the center around a flickering fire. An ancient one is already seated there, stirring her cauldron of light. She smiles in greeting, welcoming you back to her sacred embrace. An emanation of the great goddesses of Avalon sits before you. Take a moment now, for she invites you to ask whatever you will. As you breathe in her message, your guide places a hand on your shoulder, and you turn to meet face to face, heart to heart, your priest or priestess self. Your guide is an ancient aspect of your soul. When you walked this land in the deepest devotion, allow this reconnection, allow this inner knowing to anchor in. Allow this expression, this emanation of your soul light to transmit that which you need to receive in this moment. As you commune with one another, you retreat from the circle, bowing to the Ancient One, and together, in deep conversation, you spiral round the labyrinth of the tour, back to the waiting vessel on the shore of the Summerlands. Take your time. Allow yourself to receive. Allow yourself to truly hear what your priest or priestess light most wishes you to know. As you are guided back into your boat by your guide, you feel these truths anchoring into your heart, journeying back across the waters. You are forever changed, realigned with something truly sacred. You step back onto the shore, taking one foot in front of the other, back to the gateway, into the temple of your heart. Allow yourself to anchor into the heart, breathing in all you have received, knowing that you can return at any point to commune with your Avalonian priest or priestess self and the great goddesses of Avalon. Breathe and seal in all you have received, anchoring it into the here and the now. Grounding, rooting, and anchoring into your body, into this incarnation, that which wishes to be remembered. Drawing your hands to the heart, sealing it all in. And when you're ready, coming back to this space. Well, thank you, dear souls. It was so beautiful to guide you in that journey, to bring that forth. I never know what is coming forth when I jump on live. I just know who wants to speak through me and what energy wishes to be transmitted out into the collective. So that was beautiful. So thank you for being present, all those who are live and all those who watch the replay. I'm going to flow while you come back to your beings into the collective reading. So welcome, Raphael, dear soul. Thank you for your presence. So guidance on the priest or priestess wounding. Well, that's interesting. I didn't really sense any wounding in the journey, but I can only experience my own personal soul story. And for each of us, it is unique what we receive. But as a collective, whether that's the case for you if you're on live, what is the guidance on healing this collective wound? So I'm using the Mists of Avalon before I draw. Beautiful deck by Rosie and Sarah, and my gorgeous Crow Tarot by MJ Cullinan, which I absolutely love. So this is the guidance on the priest and priestess wounding, and it's King Arthur. And it's almost this distorted sense that only the chosen ones are priests and priestesses. This is not for us mere mortals. We are not royal beings. How could we possibly even contemplate walking the path of a priest or a priestess? And this is not the case for many of you who are sat on live. You walk the path of priests and priestesses, whether you label it with that particular archetype name, but collectively it is this deep disconnection for some beings, and this affects the collective consciousness, this deep disconnection with how to live in rhythm, how to flow with the natural cycles of all earth, all celestial pulses that vibrate through the universe. The disconnection from the plant and animal life, and not being able to remember how to commune, how to listen to the whispers of these great elders that are all around us, these living mysteries that hold so many keys and codes to healing this wounding. And through allowing yourself to reconnect with the earth, with the land, with your lineage, you aid the collective in doing the same. You allow people to step back into their power, their role as leaders in their communities, the role of leaders in their lives, because they are living in a more natural, organic, truthful way when they connect with what is archetypally seen as a priest or a priestess, somebody who lives a path of devotion, somebody who lives a path of honoring. And for me, the path of a priestess for me, I actually feel like I walk the path of a high priestess, and I don't feel uncomfortable in saying that, because every day I strive to live in rhythm. I strive to live from the heart. I weave rhythm and ritual into my everyday. I find the sacred in the simple things. And I share that. I teach what I most need to learn and ground and anchor within my being, so that I can vibrate at my highest truth. And every day I work to heal that collective wound. And in doing that myself, it enables others to do the same. And each of us playing our part, it just enables great change. Great change. Don't worry, Mr. Goggle. I will make sure that you are fully grounded by the end of this live. So allow yourself to just assimilate what you've received. Dear soul. So, our next card, how to work with the Avalonian energies. Now, this is quite personal for each person, but let's just draw through some beautiful guidance that will enable our paths, something that will inspire us, drawing back this remembrance, this magic into the everyday. Two beautiful cards, let's see. I really, really love this. How to work with the Avalonian energies. And this is about living your truth. And the truth resides within the realms of the heart as we allow ourselves to deepen into that connection with ourselves, with our heart space, with our inner passions, as we truly cultivate that intimate relationship with ourselves. We are working with that Avalonian energy. We're coming into connection with our source. We are coming into clarity with who we are. We are knowing ourselves inside out, and we are accepting ourselves. It's very beautiful. We're forever walking that labyrinthine path that spirals up the Tor. And within the realms of our soul, we can journey there whenever we choose to. And that is powerful. But it's accepting that, and it is believing that, and it's trusting in that, and it is then diving deep into the heart and opening to that allows you to work with these beautiful mystical energies. So the second card, oh, this is just really beautiful. And this is Bloodveg, if that's how you say it. I'm not Welsh, but that is how I would pronounce it. And when we allow ourselves to be our most authentic self, however that might look, this allows us, wherever we are in the world, you don't have to be stood on Glastonbury Tor to work with the Avalonian energies. You can be anywhere in the world. And when you step into that authentic connection with your heart and with who you are at your core, this sense of freedom, this sense of expansion anchors into your being. And like I was talking about earlier, you just find the sacred in the most simple things. You find that you can weave your devotional practice into any moment. And you can be stood doing a very 3D job at the photocopier, for example, and within yourself, you are breathing into that heart space and just expanding and grounding into the land in which you dwell. And that is powerful. You know, it's simple devotional practice, the heart breath, the anchoring the heart into the earth. And you can capture those moments wherever you wish. In the most mundane, you can find the sacred. And I think that is something that many of us need to realize, that it doesn't have to be necessarily in ritual sacred space, which has its place and is absolutely beautiful. I mean, I absolutely love weaving sacred space, as I am for you on this live. But what I'm trying to get across to you, to work with the Avalonian energies, it needs to weave into your everyday life. It's not just a jump in, tap in, every now and again, dipping in, dipping out. It is a lifelong devotional path to the self and the realms of the heart that connect you to the all that is. So living authentically from moment to moment, it affords you that great freedom, the freedom of this beautiful goddess, this goddess that just blossoms and blooms. She knows and she trusts that inner knowing, that self-gnosis. And she just allows herself in each and every moment to be an embodiment of that truth. And that's truly powerful. I love that. So, the final card for the collective. This is a message from Morgana. Morgana speaks. Oh. The star. This is the card of Aquarius. The way shower in the celestial heavens. The light that shines down and illuminates each of us, our winged beings, angels sent to earth to live out an earthly path, a chosen path where we can learn our highest soul lessons. This card, this message from this great goddess is reminding you that each one of us are made from stardust. And we tell children this, and children are absolutely captivated by the stories that they are made of stardust. And it's been lost in the heart of areas of the collective that childlike fascination with who we are as living creatures, where we came from, our cosmic brothers and sisters, our place in the vast universe, the ebb and flow of the cosmic tides, the stories, the myths and legends of the great beings that once walked this earth flow through the Aquarian heart and pour down into the hearts of the people of earth. Some hear the call, some bat it off as nonsense, others sing it from the rooftops. Morgana in these moments wants us to remember that we are divine, each unique in our soul gifts, each a valuable part of a cosmic tapestry that makes up all life. And it's just time to accept this. It's time to accept our divinity. It's time to live once more in devotion to ourselves and sing our truths from the rooftops. Show the world the starlight that we are. I just love this. There's that beautiful flow. There's that beautiful exposure of the heart space. You can see that in the crow. It's just like, this is me in all my glory, in all my majesty. And I am here to live my truth unapologetically, with freedom and light and truth in my heart. You know, I walk this earthen path. I love that. Thank you, Morgana. So, dear souls, that is the collective reading, which I really enjoyed. So if you would like your own card, which you are very welcome to, you can either type in Mists of Avalon or Crow. So just let me know in the chat. Sorry, I can't help rubbing my eye. I do suffer from really bad hay fever. And yeah, got grit in my eye. So, Mists of Avalon for Karen. Beautiful Helen would like the Mists of Avalon. So let's give them a shuffle. I hope the snoring dog didn't disturb your journey. She's gone to lay on the floor now. She's such a snoreen. Bless her. What I need to work out for next time is how to have music playing as we're journeying. And I think that YouTube allows that. Oh, so we've got 3 Mists of Avalon. Beautiful. Mr. Goggle loves the snoring dog. It's beautiful. Bless my Ruby. The cat's not quite snoring. The cat is just, yeah, she's not purring as yet either. Little cutie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, Karen. Oh, I drew this card before. It's interesting. And although this card is coming forth for you, Karen, as a deep reminder for your soul, I drew this before and I feel this is a mirror. It is about soul acceptance. It is about really, really coming into that deep knowing that everything that you are is valid. Everything that you give is beautiful. That you are an emanation of the Earth Mother. And feminine power flows through your cells. And it is just time, Karen, to accept that which you are and embrace it. This is not a dress rehearsal. Every day coming into that practice of accepting yourself. Beautiful Helen, who's on this live, did a beautiful practice restorative yoga with us on Thursday, and guided us into following the breath and affirming to our bodies, I am enough. And it's truly empowering when you bring that affirmation practice into your life, but into your yoga practice. It takes it to another level. And I think it's coming into that and finding that place of calm acceptance. If you look through the archway to the sea, it's still, it is shimmering with light, and peace is restored. And I think a lot of times we battle with ourselves. We fight with ourselves to accept the parts of ourselves that make us feel uncomfortable. But once we work through that and feel into why do we feel discomfort with this expression of who I am, we realize that that is part of our soul gift, our treasure, our birthright, our truth that we came here to share. And it's accepting that, and it is trusting in that, and it is surrendering to the flow of who you are. So yes, dear Karen, that is your message. Oh, beautiful Raphael, thank you so much for joining us. I love it. Oh, that's beautiful. It's definitely time, and many of us are hearing it is time when we are drawing on higher guidance, and it is important for us to listen and take authentic action. So, dearest Helen, let's have a see what's coming forth for you. Oh, I like it when people get two. Oh. So, the Isle of Avalon again. And Brigade. So, the Isle of Avalon holds so much healing for you. There is a deep space within this sacred etheric realm where you can rest in the arms of the goddess. The Hermitage calls you back into this space where your soul will be renewed. Brigade comes to you in these moments of rest, reminding you of what you came here to birth. For you are a high priestess of the goddess, having walked this path for many, many lifetimes. You are here to unlock the passionate purpose of thousands, to empower the souls, and to enable them to birth their truths into reality. Let the wheel turn. Let your soul radiance emanate and unlock the masses. Wowzers. That was rather beautiful, my dearest sister. So, Mr. Goggle, what is coming forth for you? Yeah, super powerful, super beautiful. I love that. I love that nudge. Okay. Very much in your head, Mr. Goggle. We reversed. Merlin and Rhiannon reversed. Okay. So, to flip these energies and fully align with your divine connection, you need to come out of your head and into your heart. You need to persevere on your path and devote time each day to your soul liberation, because only you can gift this to yourself. Nobody outside of yourself can give this to you. If you want the magic to flow, if you want to recall the alchemical wisdom of your ancestral line, if you want to perceive what lies beyond the veil and commune with your ancestors and commune with the divine, you need to come into balance in your physical being. This will take focus. This will take perseverance. But you are an all-enduring soul, and you hold an integrity of heart that will lead you forth on this path should you wish to reconnect with it. Start at the root. Ground and root and anchor. Coming back into your sacred connection with the land in which you live. Breathe into the heart each day, and your guides will come forth once more. But you must believe, for currently they stand on their heads, inverted, buried in the mists of time. You do not believe that it is possible, although you dream that your connection was as clear as beings out in your community that you admire. They are but a cosmic reflection of what is locked within you. And it's time to wake up to that if you choose. Okay. So, dear souls, thank you so much for joining me live. Thank you for journeying with me. Thank you for opening to higher guidance and sitting in sacred space beside me. Let's come back into connection now and release this sacred space, grounding ourselves fully back into our beings. You are so welcome, Mr. Goggle. My pleasure. Dropping into the body now. Dropping into the breath. Drawing your energies into the heart. Breathing them in from every direction. As you honor this moment and all you have received. We thank the sacred guardians to the north, the keepers of the earth, the grounding force. We release you now with unconditional love and divine grace. So be it. Feeling the earthen forces dissolve back into the other world. To the south, the guardians of the flame, the keepers of the purifying light of Source. Thank you for your holding. We release you now through unconditional love and divine grace. So be it. To the west, the guardians of the mystical waters, the cosmic flow, the ebb and flow of the creative force that flows through all things. We bow down in the humblest gratitude and release you now through unconditional love and divine grace. So be it. To the east, the guardians of air, the protectors of the heart space, the cosmic winds of the universe. We bow down in the humblest gratitude and release you now through unconditional love and divine grace. So be it. Witness these elemental forces dissolving back into the other world as you take one more bow in honoring, feeling this sacred space gently dissolve. Breathe into your body, drawing your energy down from the head into the heart. Feel your blood, feel your burn, feel your being connected to the earth. Feel all mental tension spiral down your spine, out through the soles of your feet, into the embrace of dearest Gaia. Feeling her energies spiral up, spiraling round your being, all the way to the crown of your head. Her deeply nourishing force, transmuting this static energy, this energy of forcing, of striving, of pushing. Give it all to her. Feeling it spiraling back down your body into the rich earth, the soil beneath the place in which you dwell. And intend in the heart space, I am grounded, I am rooted, I am anchored, I am back in the here and the now. Drawing your hands to the heart, bowing in reverence to all that you have received. And I bow in reverence to all present in this container, live and on the replay. Deepest blessings, dear souls. Thank you. Thank you, thank you for your divine presence. Much love all, and see you next Friday.